Sara Hreiðarsdóttir heiti ég og and I'm the sales manager for Stracta Hotel. I'm here to say a few words about the challenges we have faced that tech has helped us solve or at least reduce. So Stracta is family run and is one of the largest hotels in the south of Iceland with 149 rooms in total. Since we opened in 2014, I have mostly been working in reservations and we have been very fortunate. From the start, things have been busy. Let's not count the 2 last years, but very busy. So our job in the booking department has mostly been keeping the inbox in line, response time down, communicating with travel agencies, etc. Oh, bam. Although things were going great, there's always room for improvement and of course to do better in sales. Since we are also taking care of the billing, we did not quite have the time to fully focus on other parts that come with the job. So here's a rough estimate of how our time was being spent. So really burning up time in manual emails and creating invoices. Okay. So our focus, and I think for most hotels, was to do and is to do the following. Save time, increase and diversify sales, have a clear overview of the business itself, make the job easier, of course, for our employees. So we needed a better oversight in order to take steps in reaching our goals. So in 2018, hvert ég að beina sig hingað?
Já, ég held það.
Okay. We decided to give them a go. And in the beginning of our cooperation, we were focused on small improvements. So our business consists mostly of direct bookings, which makes us quite unique in Iceland actually, with the ratio about 80 against 20%, that is for OTAs. So since we work with a lot of travel agencies, each with different contracts, which can be also in different currencies, we were really happy with how easy it was for us to set up each customer differently in their PMS and have it directly connected to our accounting system. So having a direct link to our accounting system, which delivers, there we go, okay. Ég búin að tala svona all tíma? Was one of the significant steps for us in saving time. It's a must-have, as we all know. So the next step was to increase sales through our website. And the booking process for customers, was simplified, and the revenue management as well as setting up offers was made easier for us to do in the back end. Oh yeah. Okay, so before we were spending, sales? Yes, we were spending a lot of time manually sending out visas, charging channel bookings, checking payment status of each booking on a daily basis, and taking actions accordingly. So godo helped us by automating this process, and at the same time we gained a way better overview on what had been charged and not. Reports were a big factor in giving us the oversight as well, as important tools like flags and info codes gave us a clear status of each booking instantly. But yes, the reports are now very accessible and therefore help me deliver the data To the management, quickly and without too much hassle. After a little while working with the new system, we had managed to optimize the following parts in our operation. Faster booking process, setting new customers up in the system with the correct rates and currency, payment collection, increased sales through our websites, better management, and a solid connection to our accounting system. They're not paying me commission, they should be. Yeah, so when we had managed to get the hang of these tools and were using them efficiently, they introduced Travia, a marketplace where travel agencies can directly make bookings at the hotel under their individual contract and conditions. And since we work so much with travel agencies and tour operators, this has actually been a game changer. So of every 100 rooms that are booked with us today, 20 are automatically arriving through Travia. So 1 out of 5 hours spent, we spent before. No, 1 out of 5 hours we spent on creating reservations manually, we can now spend on other aspects of the business. Yeah. So to fellow hotel operators, there are a lot of systems out there, and we have tried quite a few actually. So the reality is you have to spend some time to get more time, to get to the saving time. When it comes to automation, it takes time to get used to changes. The outcome really depends on what you put into it. Technology is always developing, and there are so many exciting options out there. So I think we have to prioritize our goals. Yeah, know what you are seeking for your business. Tack.
One more time for Áslaug. Let's go. I gotta try something. When I say travel, you say tech. Travel, travel. I knew it would work. My name is Ástór, and I'm the Director of Hotel Operations at godo. I'm going to talk a little bit about how we solve things in practice, so things that we have actually done for hotels and travel agencies. We have a few products. First one was godo Property, a property management system. I'm going to call it PMS from now on. Primo, a revenue management system. Godo Suite, operational services for hotels. Pronto, a housekeeping and maintenance application which gives you automatic overview of your cleaning statuses. And finally, Travia, which is now the second largest booking channel in Iceland after booking.com, which we are really glad about. In short, my presentation is about saving time and security. I'm going to talk a little bit about credit cards, invoicing, and reservation automation. In 2016, we started to develop a product which was around charging credit cards. To begin with, we started focusing on protecting the CVV code, the security code on the credit cards. Also, just making a product that you would be able to charge reservations with a click. So we called it Pay Button. It was quite revolutionary and amazing. We developed it at this time, a lot of systems, and still today we're treating their credit cards information poorly in a note text field which was accessible to all their users in the system and was subject to theft and breaches. So we wanted to do a little bit better, and we started to do something called tokenizing. That means that when credit card information comes into our system, we encrypt it. And the end user, so the hotel operator, he never sees the full credit card details again. So after you input it, you will never see the credit card details again, but it talks to a token in a different database and combines the data for the actual charge. But with now recent developments, we've also started to provide something called a 3DS token to the credit cards. This means that the guests can receive from the hotels a secure payment link where they can transaction their credit card through this process of having a two-factor authentication. You've probably all done this. You've got a PIN on your phone and you verified that you are actually the one using the card. But we wanted to do more. We wanted to make a robot out of it and automate it. So we decided to create rules in the system where you can actually set up to charge the guests automatically according to their cancellation period. This gives the hotel a guarantee of a charge in case of a no-show, for example, or just gives them a little bit of time ahead of check-in time, for example. When you charge the reservation, you maybe get a declined transaction. You have a little bit of time to contact the guest to say, hey, we tried to charge you, but you don't have any money, or your credit card doesn't work. So giving them a little bit of a financial guarantee and also saving a lot of time. Hoteliers were often picking in credit card details from these note fields into POS systems and charging them, or via other internet transaction modules. But just a little bit of example about poor credit card security. This thing sucks, sorry. In 2019, there was a breach. A large hotel chain got fined $123 million due to a credit card breach. It's an international chain. And again, in 2020, another $23 million. So for those of you who are transactioning a lot of credit cards, it is serious business. But okay, so to the next point about the invoicing. We, in 2017, were creating a lot of API connections to accounting systems. And we were seeing a little bit of a problem with this because some of these connections existed in the world today, but mostly there was an invoice already in the PMS system or the hotel system and another one in the accounting system. So sort of a dual invoice system. And this was creating a lot of headaches for accountants and for the hoteliers because sometimes it was creating currency conversion problems or simple things like credit invoices. It would be credited on one side, it wouldn't update on the other side, somebody would forget to fix it, now your accounting sheets are imbalanced, your accountant is mad, and everybody's just angry. So there was a quite simple solution to this. We decided to make a connection which resided only with one invoice. So in the PMS, when you're using the hotel system, you create an invoice, it actually gets created in the accounting system and flows back to the PMS, and there you have the invoice directly from the accounting system. This helped, and this actually avoids currency conversion problems. If you credit the invoice, it gets captured on both sides because you're only dealing with one entity. And yeah, so what could we actually do more? Now the accountant was a little bit more happy, but the hoteliers needed to be even more happy. So we automated it as well to save time. So at this time, hotels that were before maybe picking in the credit card numbers, trying to get the transactions through and going to their accounting system to create the invoice manually, could do both of these things automatically. Charge the reservation and directly it would be delivered to the accounting system. And happy accountants again, yay. So one other gain that was about it, different from only saving time, was actually that the balancing sheets were following the transactions as well. So you sent an invoice and you sent the information about the payment as well, and directly your accounting sheet is balanced. So really cool. But more close to now, in 2018, we started something that is really big for us today, and is Travia. Many of you have maybe heard of Travia, but Travia is, in short, a marketplace where travel agencies and tour operators can book directly with the hotel via their own contract, through their own currency, and they can, it's sort of like Facebook. They can ask for friendship in this platform. And I'm really glad to say that some hotels today in Iceland and guest houses are receiving over 35% of their reservations through this platform. And let's take Stracta, for example. Áslaug mentioned before that 80% of their reservations are coming through travel agencies and direct business. This means a lot of time that's going on phone and emails. She mentioned about 60%. I think for many hoteliers, even chains, they have whole departments for this. And it's not so long ago that people were even receiving these reservations or inquiries via fax. I'm going to say a little bit of a time killer. But now, with 20% in Stracta's case of the whole booking stream coming through this platform, we can quite significantly say, or quite securely say, that it's a quite big time saver. And we are really, really proud of it. But along the way, it also creates a little bit more security for the travel agent, because the travel agent needs to act fast, and he needs to be able to secure the business with the client. And it creates more flexibility for them as well to make quick business. So the travel agent can book directly, the hotelier is saving time, and the GoTo team is really happy. All right, along the way, we've done a few things. We've automated the housekeeping process with the overviews, automated some communication processes, done some revenue management things, and are proud to say we have a data science team which is working on some algorithms for hotels of the future. Maybe we get to talk about that in the next Travel Tech. Lastly, I just want to say to all the operators and all the hoteliers or other companies, I hope you're well connected. And it is important to make sure that the people that you are working with are doing things securely, because data breaches and theft, unfortunately, is a thing of today and tomorrow. And we all need to be aware of this. I'm really looking forward to hear further discussions on security and protections in this world. And thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me. I'm Ástor from GoTo. Thank you.